still get the kill into Tensky. I'm not sure how that happened with Glocks at that range, but it's an MP9 that trades hands. And massacre. Absolute massacre.
Master pistols and limited utility. Chance for AGO to tie this thing up very quickly here.
It's a big kill, though, to start things off on the side of Nordavind. Boosted up, freebie. They can't quite get their hands on that weapon, which is going to be a little bit of a sadness, but ultimately, kicking things off with a kill is never bad. Flashbang from HS, going to be lining up for the peak on short. That's going to be Croman, and they reap the reward. So 2 hit-and-run kills. And now they can smoke themselves off. This is mounting the pressure for AGO.
Certainly is. Big control here inside playground for Nordavind. They're going to be able to get this flank off and really pinch this into B. The only relief would be AGO somehow getting into B through brute force first, or somehow using connector to reverse the A side. They probably don't even realize this flank's coming in just yet. It's happening at a pretty rapid pace, and they catch it, but unable to deal with it so far. Now they know that they are pinched. They have to try to just fight their way through it one direction. NHL trying to take into sight, but so far no headway really, and now he's been cleared out. Oh, now on Grubby.
Yeah, Grubby's got to try and get himself through Monster. Oh, that headshot. Pretty solid setup and almost the perfect counter to what AGO are doing. They push out, they're going to get tagged. If they're not careful, they'll get sideswiped as well. How neither of those players have died, I have absolutely no idea. And Oscarish eats a grenade anyway. MHL, in the meanwhile, on the flank, is going to be able to get a 1-kill trade before he's dropped, but the CTs still have the player advantage regardless. It's going to be a massacre as well, isn't it? Fiku
Does seem to be the...
still hasn't got a kill dust. It feels bad for him.
Like it's going to be this round either that he does it. Oh, never mind. He's found one. I did that on
to a close. Maybe
not,
just
I mean,
a
for
personal
CT
preference
side,
thing.
it'll still be useful, but
Yeah, for sure. On T side, I mean, I think the Tech 9 is going to be the priority pick now, but we'll see. It might take some players a bit longer to adjust to it again.
I'm just one. Like I have this gut feeling, and from watching like Home Sweet Home and some other stuff, that the Tech 9 is just going to be proven to be ridiculous. Might take some time, but I think people will be complaining about it soon. Yep.
Yeah, that's why it does, just as you said it. Perfect timing. But the AKs, they're not too shabby themselves, especially in the hands of CTs. It's always going to be a difficult... Oh, slight gap in the smoke, and they're going to exploit that with the Org. There's 2 kills, 3 kills to Tensky. And speaking of weapons that have had a couple of buffs, Org is definitely up there. It's now much more manageable when it comes to fully automatic, unscoped plays like that. So it is a little bit more versatile of a gun. And, man, AGO finally get themselves a buy. They finally get themselves a footing, and they just get wrecked off an aggressive play up Fountain. Like, that's got to be such a devastating blow to deal with.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy.
No way. Really step up here when they've been performing poorly individually. We've seen tenacity from the likes of Giants, but AGO, when they went behind to Havu, they just got obliterated, and it's just going to be ruthless aggression. They feel like the best way of snapping themselves out of this cold play is to just get real hot and heavy. And it's the P250 and Tech 9 that's just going to rip through the CTs. It's going to be a bomb plant at the very least. And judging from Nato Safix's position, it looks like towards the barrels.
Yeah, they spent a lot of utility to not get very much for it, but they still have enough to do the re-execute. Thing is, like, Nordavind are in perfect position for this now.
Timing on that peak, though, and it's going to go the way of the CTs. It was looking a little bit scary from a few moments, but now Croman is going to add from the barrels, and the rest fall.
Guaranteed to be 10-2, and that's such a big lead.
And, well, there we go again. Man, I actually feel so sorry for AGO right now.
I mean, they're just too disjointed. Like, they're not really together on these angles. There's no flashes to stop potential, like, long A push. It's just, they're just kind of running out there. But, again, the spacing's not right.
Yeah, they're not watching key angles either. Yeah, you go 1 by 1, and sure, you do get the kill into HS, who is already pretty low. On another day, though, you get traded.
Match right now.
Oof, too soon.
That was a rough overpass game, to be fair.
Oh,
it looked a lot like this. Really?
Yeah, just minus all the talent, I guess. Feels bad.
For those of you in chat who are unaware, Vince is on an ESEA Open team, called Ninjas Fedoras, and they had an overpass match. It did not go well, but they recovered on Inferno. You've had a recovery.
Yeah, Inferno is one of our best maps. I'm the IGL now. I wasn't IGLing the overpass game. Not that that's necessarily the reason we lost it, but you know.
That's the implication, though, isn't it?
Read between the lines, Dust. 2v3, 30 seconds to play with Dust. Can AGO do it? Can they do it? I need us to get hype here because this feels like it's been going down the toilet for them.
It's circling. It's taking its time. But the issue is time for them, actually. It's only 18 seconds left on the clock. They have still yet to get this bomb anywhere. Are they just saving? Are they just reining it in? Even with that kill, you're never planting that bomb.
Bruh. You're eyeing up a 9-2 and you're going to save in a 2v3? Oh man, their confidence is shot to pieces.
Yes, dude. And you're seeing AGO just have to go for like these bottom of the barrel buys, which again, we know how powerful Tech 9s can be, but they've already been shaved off so much from utility chip damage, and it's going to get even worse. Oh my. This is straight up a curb stomp.
It's feeling that way, isn't it?
This
has been pretty brutal to watch. I do just feel bad for AGO, but at the same time, they have been comprehensively outplayed. I mean, I also feel that Nordavind have really stepped their game up. They started very shaky today. They've had a couple of rough games, but this is looking much, much better. They're looking good to take the 2-1 in terms of wins to losses today. Grubby is hoping he has a couple of things to say about that, though, before this round is done, at least. Two of them are low. There's the first. Nice transition into the second spray, but scoreline. Plenty of grenades being tossed out on B, but the bomb is actually going up long. However, Harry is round the corner. He's going to get checked. Nearly comes out ahead in that trade. Oscar survives on 18 HP. Meanwhile, now Furland is going to show himself up on B. Frags being distributed on the A site, looking much better, and it's only Nato Safix alive with his AWP 1v5. And he is hoping to try and save. So, hey, the Polish team will get a third round. It's good to see.
So flawlessly as well, which means they get a nice full buy for the last round of the half. Unless Nato Safix chips away at them somehow with the AWP, but I do doubt it. I think that they should be able to carry over at least 4 weapons. Not all 5, unless they want to try to chase after him, which doesn't really make sense. The money's just too high to be able to rebuy anyway, so you're not going to really gain anything by chasing him down. But
that's a boost, all right. But it's going to be the CT's boosting up and getting punished for it. A kill that Croman has got to get, and he does, and he's able to piece out of there additionally.
Yep. Oh, and the extra punishment comes in. Harry's not done yet with short B. He's come in for Furlan. That's given the 4-on-3 back to Nordavind. Full HP for everyone left on Nordavind as well. They have good positions. Caps are pretty much covered. And while they don't know it yet, AGO do have free control of short B, but they're going to have to actually kind of test the waters because they're not 100% sure that a CT isn't still lingering there. Kind of funnel through Monster instead.
Molly toss to the back of the water. Going to extend to Croman, but it's not going to actually tag him. We can see the player through the smoke, and a second player, and a third to lock off the half. Definitely. MHL, oh dear. Oh dear. How is MHL not there? What's going on? I'm so confused.
No, Vince. Oh,
no, not like this.
Oh, so no, I mean, Grubby's reeled it back in. He's given his team a real shot at it now. The bomb's gonna get planned. No changing that. But at least they have a 3-on-3 on this retake. I don't know if there's a kit down somewhere on site. That could be part of the problem. But oh, what a flash for HS. Oh, pretty steady pace day.
Here we go. AGO, the Polish pride, trying to battle back, trying to pull off something truly miraculous and truly special, but they're going to have to do it with 2 smokes and the flashbang. And Nordavind feeling so confident, pushing them down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Oskarish is going to stand tall for another one. He's traded back. The headshot lands onto Grubby, and that could be it. MHL still has the AWP, but he's not close enough to deny the bomb plant when it does come down. And Furlan is separated away from him, segregated, but does get a freebie. Both the T's are low. One stray bullet will end both of their lives. And Nato Safik successfully gets the bomb planted, smokes into heaven. You know, that's going to force Furlan out. He's also being flanked in through Tensky. That's a really important duel that, if it goes the way of the T's, could be the end of the match. But instead, Nato, in a bit of an off angle, 1v2, has got to try and clutch this one for his teammates. He's been spotted. He's been fragged. And AGO survive.
Oh, that's got to be so awkward if you're Natasathix in that corner. Like, yep, that's where it all went wrong. I am definitely in a really rough. I won't really start considering it until AGO gets to like 10 rounds. Then, you know, I'll put it on the table.
I think 10's always a good mark, really.
I think
be them winning 7 in a row.
I don't even think Nordavind will start to even be concerned until AGO hit 9. If it ever even comes to that. It could be over here and now. Great pick from Harry down a long stretch. Another great trade in bathrooms to keep it even. This is, you know, pretty good for Nordavind so far. A little less than ideal, but still certainly solid.
Pretty impressive that Furlan even got a second kill for his teammate in bathroom now. I thought he was completely dead when the flash came in, but as it stands, a bit of damage inflicted from the bank side. Smoke going to be deployed onto long. That's going to stop the push a little bit longer. There's a double player stack in bathroom, actually, and they may bypass each other. HS has gone down into connector, and now the CT is going to push down there for information. Now, this could completely bait them. It's actually going to be a B hit. If they do spot them, are they going to realize that long is where the last players are going to be pushing in? Now perhaps they will as a Molotov goes down. And Fiku can now push back round the side of Fountain and maybe even wrap around long. So it's looking good that AGO will survive another round at the very least. Some damage inflicted, finally finished off. And now Nordavind only have Nato Safix, who gets...
Heroic. I think
100%, yeah.
They didn't even let the guy op for an extended period of time on the team, even the role he was supposed to fill. And then, like you said, he kind of bounced around until he found a home here, and now they're dealing with injury situations, so it's still not ideal for him. I feel kind of bad for the guy. Had an unlucky hand so far, but they're certainly doing great things here today.
Spray up through connector very nearly ends the life of MHL, who will be able to just about limp away with 17 HP. Meanwhile, the same could be said for HS. He's down to 9, and Fiku has been finished by Tensky's hand on short pipe. AGO struggling, trying to rummage together a second gust to try and push them through into a 7 score. Freebie of a kill. Surprised Tensky didn't check his right-hand side, but he was trying to bypass and catch them off guard. Seemed a bit needless, though, considering they had the player advantage.
Yeah, I would have liked them to maybe at least stack up for some type of trade, but HS does find a kill elsewhere. It is traded back, though, by Groovy, so it's back into a 2-on-2 situation, but this actually has opened up B a pretty good ways. There's really no one here to stop this, and in fact, Croman is even getting deep on the opposite side. If he extends too far, though, it could be a free one here for Oscar, and indeed it will be, and that puts the pressure on Natosathix, who, yeah, he'll probably plant, but they'll know exactly where he is, and getting away is going to be tough, but he does use that smoke as kind of a shield to hack away, but still a tough one ahead of him.
Yeah, Groovy's still up there as well in heaven, and Oscarish is bypassed. The timing was off on Natosathix, and AGO do live a little bit longer. That's 3 rounds in a row, now 4 rounds in a row once this defuse comes in.
Yeah, I don't know, it does just feel like, you know, this is where I bet they start clamping down. This is why they probably start being a little bit more careful. Oh, this is awkward.
What?
That was so weird. They're just both so behind and had no idea what was going on.
I'm not sure about that play, man. It just feels like a free kill you've given away when you're trying your best to claw your way back into the match.
A little bit tough, and look at this, though, from Groovy. He's got a nice little angle. You can definitely see some stuff over the smoke, and he's getting a lot of chip damage in. Doesn't finish the job, but he's definitely created some softened targets, and they're definitely able to get a good rotation in now as well. There's even a flank coming through from Fiku, so a little bit tough for Nordavind. They do have the man advantage, though.
They do, but they got 2 players that are low. As you highlighted, there is a flank coming in from Fiku, so for me, this flank is everything. If Fiku can get a kill or 2 from this position, that could be the round. It could be another one that AGO survive.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep, there's one. Only one, though. Done so much damage. That's the big thing, but kills are coming in from Nordavind, and that might be it. It's only Oscarish. Again, there are a couple of vulnerable targets out there, but still such a great amount of work he has to do here.
Yeah. Harry and HS basically a bullet away from death, but you'd think he's going to walk into a crossfire and one of these AKs are going to take his head off as soon as he peeks. He doesn't have any flashes to proceed the push. He basically is just coming in here dry and has to try and find an avenue of aggression. He made some noise. They've heard his footsteps. Now all of those rifles going to be pointing